Nate's actually been able to practice a little bit more each day, and hopefully he feels good tomorrow. He actually did most of everything today, so hopefully he feels good tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go on Friday.
Do you have a timetable for when you might make a redshirt decision?
We've decided on our red shirts. We'll redshirt Jordan Chapman, and other than that, we're going to go with a pretty deep roster. We'll have 15 players available to us, at least right now, to start the season, with Kyle Davis, not eligible to play because of the transfer rules, and then Jamal's injured, and then we'll redshirt Jordan, so it'll give us 15 on our roster.
So Jamal might redshirt, you're going to still wait?
We'll wait and see, yeah. Wait and see how that recovers.
Where do you think you'll get your low post scoring from?
Well, I think that right now we're looking at the 4 or 5 post guys that we have, or somebody to step up and see who becomes that guy. We've played both exhibition games without Nate, and I think Nate has really improved his game down there on the low block over the summer. But Luke and Corbin and Isaac, Ryan Anders, those are all guys that we'll see. And I think that right now, Isaac is a guy that is probably, just because of his practice time, he had a chance to practice last year with us, the second semester, that he and Corbin are probably the 2 guys that we'll look for early. Luke is a guy who can really play in that position, scoring. We'll just see how that comes along. So.
What scenarios do you expect to get the most contributions from Isaac?
Well, it starts, and hopefully you can just let these guys play and do what they're naturally good at. And so hopefully it starts with his ability to rebound the ball, defend the post. He's long, get his hands on balls, can kind of tip second effort plays. He's a guy that I talked about earlier. You watch him play, and he for a big guy makes a lot of second and third effort plays. Okay, which for big guys that's really, coaches are really excited about big guys who can make second and third. Those are usually your guards. Your guards make all those kind of plays, and if you get some big guys who can do that, and along with Luke and Nate and Corbin, hopefully we can find some guys that can really play those 2 positions for us.
Is this a home deal with Long Beach?
Yeah, we'll play down there next year.
Same time of year?
Yeah.
Maybe with some starting positions, you might be basing those on matchups, or at least playing time based on matchups that you play against more so than just a strict 5 starter.
Yeah, I think early in the year I tend to, be pretty favorable to the returning guys, just because of there's so many things that are involved in the game plan, and those guys who have been through it and done it before are kind of the ones that you trust the most. And so the guys that have been around probably have a little bit of advantage, but we'll see after the first couple of games. The guys who are playing well and can fit together, and the groups that kind of flow together, we'll find that starting lineup here soon.
Is that based on feel? Is it based on numbers that you watch game film or practice?
I would say it's probably more based on feel than anything. That you have a group of guys you feel really comfortable starting and being very, kind of disciplined and accountable to a scouting report. And you want to get off to a good start with that, and then you'll, as you play, you find groups of guys that actually are really good against man, really good against zone, really good against the teams that want to press you, really good against a 4-guard offense, maybe a 2 low post offense. You just find those combinations, and then it's a feel of how you want to start a game. And so we'll see. I don't think that anything is really set too far in stone right now, but I think you'll see our more experienced guys start for a while.
Is the 5 p.m. tip because they got a game Saturday?
The 5 p.m. tip is because it's very difficult to schedule games here, and we're looking for a home opener this year, and we've been through a lot of teams, and this was, their agreement that they needed this to happen for their time schedule and for their schedule, and we wanted the home game, so that's how it worked out.
Anything else?
Coach, how confident do you feel in your team as a whole just headed into this first regular season game?
I feel really good about this group. We have 5 seniors coming back, and so that gives you a little more sense of just confidence in how they're going to perform, because you've been to battle with that group of guys. I love the energy from our practices and from the new players on the roster. I think they bring a great just a bonus as far as the talent that they bring, and hopefully we can find a way to get them all in a position where they're confident, and they feel good out there playing. I think the 2 exhibition games, we did a lot of really good things, but there's no question that this team coming in on Friday is player per player much more talented than those teams, and so we'll have to see how we do against a more talented group.
Dave, was Jamal's deal a gut punch at all for you, or did you have a sense that it wasn't going the way it was supposed to health-wise, or was it kind of a surprise to you when it happened?
I was surprised after surgery and to hear the results, from the doctor, and I think that it hasn't, it really hasn't kind of set in, because we didn't expect to have him, the first couple months of the season. In December, when we spent all summer thinking that he'd be a really big part of the second half of our year, and then, when he doesn't join us right in December, then it'll be a little more difficult. Have him wheeling in on the scooter every day, knowing that he's eligible to play, but he can't. So, at least for a while.
With the math of it, as it turns out, you might gain a half season out of it. I mean, technically,
Yeah,
you
could be. Yeah, if all those things work and you apply for that, possibility. But right now we're just, our mindset is just let's just get him healthy and then see where we're all at and see when that is, and we'll decide.
Before getting to the position where you had to make the calls on red shirts, had you anticipated redshirting more than just the one, or was it kind of a pleasant surprise with the way guys played that you didn't have to redshirt more?
I'm really excited about the depth of our team. I think the guys are ready to play, and if they're ready to play, then this is a really important year. We don't need to wait, have them be ready 4 or 5 years from now. We need to go. And the early part of the season, and how that, how we get all those guys in the game. Not nearly worried about that as much as I am January, February, March, when things are, when you need those guys and you need the depth, and they'll all be ready to play by then. So we'll go. We'll see how it works out.
Where does Zach Selges fit into your?
Zach's a really good player. I love his game. He's got great size. He can really shoot. He's skilled, tough kid. He's a perfect fit for us. So looking forward to getting him here.
Pretty much, did you just have, because of all the missionaries coming back, did you just have one opening
For this class, yeah, which was difficult because there's a lot of really good players in this class. But, we have 4 missionaries coming off missions, and that'll be great to have those 5 new guys in our program.
Dave, one of the variables you deal with every game is how much contact can be allowed at both ends of the floor. How do you prepare for that? How does the guys get ready to, how a game's going to be called?
Well, I think that each individual guy has to, kind of adjust quickly for that. I mean, it's that's why you like experienced players, especially early in the season, guys who have been through it before and they understand it. What I really feel is that you can, guys can really get a lot of help from their teammates as far as those types of issues are concerned, and guys can talk through it and help them. But the bottom line is, if you've got a deep team, then somebody gets maybe 2 quick fouls, you have a much better chance of overcoming that situation than if you're down, maybe plays 6 or 7 guys. So hopefully we'll be really aggressive on the defensive end. This team, you know, they really attack your defense well, and so we're going to have to be, you know, quote unquote, a silent sound to make sure that everybody's on track of, you know, guarding that ball in our system defensively.